Planet Dolan. From offering blowjobs to asking how many balls girls have, the Planet Dolan crew re-enacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the cringiest things you ever said as a kid. I'm Danger Dolan, and today I'll be on the rater. I'm sorry, I keep doing the roll and R thing. I've done it like 5 times and I feel obligated to do it every time. I'm sorry. Don't judge me. Number 10 was submitted by Toasted Waffle 3. One time when she was very young, Melissa was vacuuming her house and her brothers were cleaning the fridge because ice cream had spilled all over it. She overheard them saying they need a vacuum cleaner to clean the rest of the mess, so she went into the kitchen and said,
"Does anyone need a blowjob in here?"
Her brothers started laughing hysterically, but Melissa was too young to understand what the joke was. When they finally told her what it meant, she was super embarrassed. Number 9 was submitted by Sophie Osama. When Nixium was in preschool, he was super shy. He only had a few friends and his teacher was his best friend. One day, Nixium's teacher said it was National Compliment Day, where each person had to say something nice to someone. So Nixium stood up in front of several teachers, pointed to his teacher and said,
"You have a nice butt."
The teacher smiled awkwardly and a few other kids laughed. He then realized what he said and sat back down very quickly. Number 8 was submitted by Bubby56789. When my brother was in 4th grade, he'd carpool with the kids next door because they all went to the same school. One day in the car, one of the neighbors brought the conversation to pregnancy, and they were really engaged. Somehow one of the girls made my brother mad, so he blurted out,
"Shut up, or I'll make you pregnant."
He didn't know what sex was yet, so everyone was staring at him in shock. Not surprisingly, she avoided him in the car after that. Number 7 was submitted by CallMeKapkid. When Emoji was in 2nd grade, his class went on a bathroom break. He was wearing blue Hanes boxer briefs that day. At the time, he thought that all boys liked the color blue, so naturally he figured that he would get a little more respect because he was wearing a manly color. He went into the bathroom and confidently walked up to a urinal. He then turned to the kids next to him and said,
"I'm wearing blue today. Blue is a cool color."
As soon as he said it out loud, he realized how dorky he sounded, and his friends mocked him for the rest of the year. Number 6 was submitted by Brilyn-the-Wolf. When Pringle was about 4 or 5 years old, he was in the car with his family who had gone on vacation. He was sitting between his older brother and sister in the back of their family station wagon, and after hearing the voices on the radio talking about a certain subject, Pringle looked at his mum with a completely straight face and asked,
"Mom, am I a virgin?"
His siblings cracked up laughing and his dad shouted, "I sure hope so!" His family still laughs about how innocent and awkward it was to this day. Number 5 was submitted by Morbus Akura. When Slap10 was 4 years old, he refused to sleep in his own room, so he'd go and sleep in his brother's room. He was quite attached to his brother and followed him everywhere, so one day his brother went to use the bathroom and he followed him, watching as he went to take a piss. He walked up to his brother with a confused look on his face and said to him,
"Don't piss in Mr. Toilet."
He then walked out. His brother was shocked and pretty much speechless for the rest of the day. Number 4 was submitted by StarKiller7714. When Pandora was younger, she used to think everything got its color by hair dye. And one day, her younger brother asked her, "How come fishes are different colors?" So she told him,
"You can change the colour of a fish. Just get a cup of hair dye and pour it on, and the fish will be a different colour."
A few weeks later, she found out the hard way that this wasn't true. When all the fish in the fish tank just died suddenly, and her brother was found holding a packet of hair dye. Number 3 was submitted by subtoWReverything. When Doopy was about 7 years old, she was at her grandmother's house during summer vacation. Doopy and her grandmother were sitting on the porch talking about life one summer afternoon when Doopy asked her grandma a pretty hilarious question. She looked at her grandma with a serious face and asked,
"Grandma, have you ever had children?"
She looked at Doopy and put her face in her palm. It took Doopy a few seconds to realize it was done. Number 2 was submitted by NetPie22. Ladybot's childhood best friend was a guy. At a sleepover one night, they were innocently talking about biology. Her friend knew that girls were different to guys, so he asked her,
Hey Ladybot, how many balls do girls have?
She was very young and had no idea what balls were. He asked again like it was common knowledge, so she took a guess at it because she didn't want to seem stupid or anything. So according to young innocent Ladybot, girls have 13 balls. Highly accurate. Number 1 was submitted by me. What's the cringiest thing I've ever said as a kid? Right, so I was walking through the market with my mum. I was about 7 or 8, something like that. And I was getting pretty frustrated all day. I was just in a bad mood, you know, the sun wasn't out and I was sweating slightly. It was a horrible cataclysmic day, nothing could go right. So my mum and I walked through this really condensed, packed market walkway, full of people. You could barely take a step in any direction. It was just crowd mayhem. And so coming through the lane was this woman in a wheelchair. And again, I was a huge shitbag. And so when the lady in the wheelchair finally wheeled directly in front of me and I wouldn't move, and I was trying, but I couldn't. And I was just like, oh, this is so annoying. And my mum was like yanking on me like, come on, move for her, move. And so I looked up at my mum and I said, look, it's not my fault she's in a wheelchair. Very loudly. Everyone just stopped. Everyone around me just stopped and stared at me. My mom took out a hand and slapped me across the face. And god damn it, man, I deserved that. I had no idea what I was saying. The woman in the wheelchair looked mortified. You probably ruined her fucking day. So I not only deserved a slap, I needed to be shot into space to learn my lesson. Every time I think back on it, I just want to go back in time, snap young Dolan's legs off, and put him in a wheelchair and be like, alright, do you understand what you did wrong now? Okay? Telling her this is not your fault. But because when you can't walk, little Dolan, it's not very fun now, is it? You giant cock. Huge thanks to folks over at Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. We have another question for you. What's the most unprofessional thing you have ever experienced? Let us know on the Reddit page link below and you might be featured in a future countdown. That's it for this video. Have a good one!
In Honolulu, there are a lot of homeless people, but they usually sleep in tents at public parks. They began to explore until Ghost Host found the person that lived there. It looked like some tags, but